Hello everyone, welcome to yet another episode of Maranatha. There are many characters in the Bible, right? So I did a question in my one of my Facebook page, Maranatha, and my question was about who is your favorite Bible character, and many of you responded to that question. So today I would like to go through those responses. So I've taken note of all the responses. And then the first response from Needu Johns, she said she likes Peter and Paul. That's her favorite characters in the Bible. The reason she said is both of them always longed for intimacy with Jesus and his followers. So she said why she likes Peter. Peter always reminds me that if we love Jesus wholeheartedly, he will use us in the kingdom's work. She also liked Paul, and the reason she liked Paul is that she said he's a man of integrity, and I love him because his all-time goal in life is to know Christ. Okay, the second response is from Smita Jacob. She have a handful of favorite characters. She likes Esther, Ruth, Mary, Hannah, and Tabitha. But among those, she says she likes Esther and Ruth both equally. Esther being wise, beautiful, and honest. Ruth was royal and wise. And she said among those two, she likes Ruth a little bit more. Rachel George responded saying she said she likes Job, and the reason she likes Job is through his sufferings as a man, he feared God as his ultimate priority. And Steve Paul Thomas responded saying his favorite character is Paul. The reason he said he's greatest among all apostles, wrote the most number of scriptures, and he suffered most for the gospel. And Annie Legiturian responded saying that her favorite character is Daniel, faithful man of God, never compromised with the world. He is a courageous man, and also about his prayer life. Okay, Justin Johns, he responded saying his favorite favorite character is Job, and the reason he likes Job for his perseverance, patience, and Job is faithful. Gijo Thomas responded saying his favorite character is Talita Kumi, and the reason he likes Talita Kumi is because Jesus raised her from death, and like he raised us up. Also, a lot of people responded saying they all like Paul. Among them, Lissy George said she likes her favorite character is Paul. Darlie George also said her favorite character is Paul. And Divya George said her favorite character is Ruth. The reason she said she likes Ruth is because she chose to live with godly people when she had an option to live out a better life with her loved ones, and further, she stood firm throughout her journey. God sustained her beyond her imaginations. And many of you responded through text, WhatsApp, about your favorite character, and I love to read them. And it's so interesting, there are many characters in the Bible, and we all have a favorite character, even though we like other characters. And there is a reason that why we like that character. Their character might have influenced in our life. And also, a lot of majority of the people who responded, Paul is their favorite character. Among them, Paul was the one who most of you said you like most. And even though you said Paul, and every one of you have a different reasons why you like Paul, and that's so interesting. How Paul influenced each of us with different reasons. My favorite person in the Bible is Paul, even though I like many other characters in the Bible, but my favorite among them is Paul. The reason I like Paul is because, even though he didn't walk through with Jesus, and he wasn't one of the disciples of Jesus. The time he got to know Jesus, he was in fire for the Lord. He suffered a lot to share gospel, and he reached to many who doesn't know Christ, and shared the love of Christ to with many. And through his missionary journeys, he made many churches, and made many disciples, and made them in charge of those churches. And when he was away from those churches, he made sure that he followed up with those people in the churches. When he see any good in he always likes to write letters to them, to encourage them, and when he see that they are in the right path and they're doing what they're supposed to, sharing gospel. And he also makes sure that when they do something wrong inside the church, or he always made sure that he corrected them too. And like I said, he suffered a lot for Christ. And in his words we read, when he was going through some physical sufferings. One of my favorite words that always encourages me, he said, "Thy grace is sufficient for me." And also one of another favorite verse from Philippians 1, chapter 1, verse 21, where it says, "For me to live is Christ, and to die is gain." And such a beautiful verse. He said, Paul's chapters, throughout his chapters, we can see that how close he is to God, and the love for God, and and his words always encourages us to be more like Christ. And that's why I like Paul. And those who have not responded, and those who are hearing me, you can respond. Leave a comment in the comment box. I would like to read your favorite character in the Bible. And thanks for listening to me, and God bless you all. Maranatha. Thank you.